You can share it if you'd like.
Well, I was feeling this.
Live on air.
How are you feeling? You were feeling what again? Exactly.
I've had this persistent back pain, and it's just nothing a normal 47-year-old man wouldn't feel, but it's all on the left-hand side. And so I Googled, like, what's it mean when all the back pain is on one side?
I've
And
done
all
that
these
exact
articles are like
search.
organ failure, and I was like, ah, shit.
Yeah.
I was worried, but the doctor's like, nah, man, you just got fucking
Shitty
muscle
back.
pain. Yeah.
He's got
Nice.
shitty back. It's all good.
Yeah.
I've done that exact search. What side's my liver on?
Yeah, exactly.
47-year-old back, dude. That's what you got.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically what she said. So I was like, you know what? This is the best news ever. I'm gonna go home and celebrate with a glass of whiskey.
Nice. So
Perfect.
welcome in, boys. This is fun. I'm kind of at a loss to talk what to start off with this week, though.
I mean, it's the first
Somebody
week of bye
please send
weeks.
IT to fix my camera. That's where we need to start.
You look
I'm
great
not
this
this
week.
red in real life, guys.
You
I'm
look like
okay.
an Oompa Loompa right now.
I know, dude. I don't know. Like, it was fine like
Oompa
2 minutes ago.
Loompa, Loompa-dee-doo.
See, I'm okay. See, when it's like that, you know what? I bet it's the brightness of the windows behind me, huh?
It's
Changing
probably
it?
a combination of
Yeah.
all things.
Yeah. All right. I'll be
Yeah,
non-red next week.
I wanted to talk to you guys about bye weeks to see, what the impact is and who's going to have a hard time winning this week. Maybe we can get into that later, but I wanted to start off by talking about trades a little bit. And I know we do a little bit of trade talk on every podcast, right? Because that seems to be a hot topic of discussion. But I know that there's been reputations from certain people in this league, like Bobby gets a bad rap for doing a lot of lopsided offers, right? Over the years, I've gotten a bad rap. They've called me used car salesman, things like that. But I'd like your guys' opinion on this too, because I know you get trade offers from other people in the league. But there's two people in our league that I think take the cake as being the worst traders of all time and always have been, and don't get nearly enough shit thrown their way for being how bad they are at the offers.
So we're resetting the narrative today. Okay,
Offers?
reset the
Wait.
narrative. All right.
Offers
Offers.
or okay,
Yeah.
offers. Okay.
And so I'm wondering, I'm curious if you guys have had the same experience that I've had or not.
Hold on. Do they live in the bottom half of the United States?
I'm just asking.
Are they related?
Okay. It didn't take you very long to figure it out, is what you're
Well,
saying.
no, I don't say I agree with you. I just knew where you're going. You reset the narrative. Bam. Go ahead.
If that's how you want to frame it, sure, Matt. It's I watch these podcasts back, and I always think to myself, man, how come I can never say anything without Matt having some sort of accusation as to what the
Just giving you
actual
shit. Just giving you shit.
Yeah, nothing I say is actually what I mean. It's all a narrative.
Well, hey, remember when we're getting ready for the podcast season and we said, guys, we just want to be three guys sitting around talking shit like we do at the draft?
Yeah.
What do we do at the draft? We give each other shit for basically everything and talk shit for the whole time. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Why are you surprised?
Oh, I'm not surprised.
Okay.
That
was the plan.
I'm just stating very emphatically that not everything I say has a hidden meaning to it. There's just in general, I'd like to have this conversation because I do feel like there is a trend amongst those two brothers from the lower half of the country that when they send a trade offer, now I will give Joe credit. Last year, him and I had we had a streak going in Dynasty mostly. We had a streak going of a couple of really solid trades, and we were sending back fair offers and getting along. I don't know what happened. It seems like ever since then, though, all I'm getting is not even like it's not. There's no effort to it at all. It's just let me pick the worst players on my team and go get the player that I want from his team. Like they don't think about what does he need, what does he want, what he want these players, are they a good fit for what he needs? There's no thought to it at all. It's just let me just pick the worst players and see if he'll take it. That's been my experience. You guys haven't gotten those?
And wait, hold on. And this offends you as a fellow trader that does that? You consider yourself like I put out good trades and they put out weak trades, and this is offending your trade sensibility, is what you're telling me.
I wouldn't say offended, no. But what I will say is this: is that if you're going to spend the time to actually go to your computer, punch in the players, and at least look at the other person's team to see, okay, how can I appeal to them? What are some things they need? Maybe they need a handcuff to their running back, or maybe they don't have a quarterback this week because he's on bye, or his wide receiver just got injured. Maybe he'd be interested in my fifth wide receiver. Those kind of questions might be, but to just send me the three bottom players of the buried back end of your bench, like what's the point of that?
So here's the narrative I'm going to set up. Totally going to manipulate the situation. So last week, Nate complained about trading in Dynasty. There's one guy, Nate always sends him one more piece, and he goes, no, I want this. You do it over and over again. You said how annoying he is. I get it. Now Joe and Alex are annoying. Okay, I get it. What's the difference between all that and you just picking up free agents and trying to see if you can trade them before you drop them again? Like, to me, that all seems the exact same. You're all trying to get the best guy for your worst guy or somebody you're about to drop. It all seems the exact same to me.
Well, first of all, I didn't use the word annoying. You did. I'm not annoyed by it.
Okay.
I'm bringing it up because we have a platform, we have a podcast, we talk about fantasy football, and this is an aspect of fantasy that I'm curious about. Is what is the thought process behind somebody that does these kind of offers? Do they think, like, is their thought process, oh, he's an idiot, he'll never know that these are the worst players on my team? Or is their thought process like what is it that you're thinking?
You can't believe that's what they think about you or any of, well, maybe some of us in the league, but you don't think they really believe that.
Do you think it's possible do you think it's possible that it's just I mean, I don't know how many of these trade offers they're sending out. I personally don't get a lot of trade offers from Joe and Alex. Every once in a while I get them from Joe. Not so much Alex, but do you think it might be a volume thing where they're just throwing out this trade to a bunch of people hoping
Nate's not wrong. He's wrong sometimes, but he's not. I mean, they do send some crappy trades. But here's the thing. I send trades to you. I send trades to Bobby. I send trades to all kinds of people. You like come back with a laugh emoji, and I'm like, listen, it's just a jumping off point. We're just starting a conversation, just saying, hey, buddy, anybody. Bobby says the same thing. Like, I send trades out, and Bobby laughs at me, and I go, dude, I'm just starting a conversation, dude. I'm just letting you know I want to talk. Like, so if you take it that way, if that's how they mean it, cool. If they really think you're going to trade CeeDee Lamb for Samaje Perine, if they thought that was a real trade, well, that's different. But they're both smart guys. So I think it's more fucking with us and just playing the game than really thinking that trade's acceptable.
It's definitely not a volume thing. Because those guys aren't volume traders. I think the volume traders are like me and Bobby and a few others. We send out volume trades. I do them every week, right? I think it's like Matt said, it might just be kind of a fucking with you thing. Or, like, for example, let's break down this one I just got. I literally just got this trade a half an hour ago. Okay. It came from Alex. And I understand what prompted it is I said to the thread, who wants Dontavian Wicks?
Yeah.
So maybe the mentality is he wants to get rid of Dontavian Wicks, so he'll take anything for him. Maybe that's the mentality.
Maybe that is.
So, and maybe we need to clarify that when somebody says who wants this player, it doesn't mean just take him off my hands, I'll take anything. It means I'd like to get something that's useful to my team that would help, right? So he sent me a trade. And it's funny because sometimes you get these trades and you go, why is this person even on your team? Devon Vele, who had eight
targets for 8 catches for 35 yards in week 1
and has not played since.
Because of injuries.
No, he missed 1 game to injury. The last 2 weeks, he was a healthy scratch.
I still think it was injury related, but I get what you're saying. It's a valid point.
They're saying he was a healthy scratch the past 2 weeks. So, and let me ask you, Matt, and we can but would this player even be on your team? Once he was a healthy scratch 2 weeks ago, wouldn't you have cut him?
Yes, but here's the thing. I said that the week he got picked up. I said, oh, great pickup, Alex. I got him in every dynasty league I can because I like his potential. And he goes, cool, I got him in season long or whatever he said. I don't remember what he said, but that was my point. I don't think he has any value this year. But 8 catches week 1 right. I mean, you might see the potential. You might see him how I see him in Dynasty, and Alex might be thinking that.
Dynasty for sure.
Dynasty for sure. I also understand the throwing the waiver wire bid in for him and picking him up after eight targets, 8 catches or whatever, 13, whatever targets it was. I don't understand why you keep him on your team 2 weeks of inactives.
I can't wait to look at your guys' teams and find the same guys.
Well, hold on, the trade's
no. You can't.
No, I'm going to look at Ben's team and Nate's team and see that you have nobody in your team that shouldn't be there.
Oh, okay.
right?
don't.
Because I mean, we can all do that. I got guys on my team that shouldn't be there in other people's eyes because, like, I have Kendrick Miller coming back this week. Nate thinks I shouldn't even have him on my team. He's coming off the IR, so I had a free wave. I have a free running back space that I had to get rid of. So I carried a shit bag through the weekend just to see if he took off.
Okay, look at my team. Tell me
Just
who
so
I.
we're clear,
I want to know
I
who
didn't
you think
say-
I should have.
You know what
I
I'm
didn't
saying.
say that
know
you
what I'm
shouldn't have
saying.
Kendrick Miller on your team. What I said was in response to a comment you made on a previous pod. I said I didn't think Kendrick Miller was going to have any value this year, in my personal opinion, unless Kamara gets hurt. So yeah, I have a few guys on my team that I'm holding just in case the starting running back gets hurt. You can have guys like that. I don't see that as being the case with Devon Vele, right? But
Yeah.
that wasn't the whole trade. He also offered me. So the whole trade was Devon Vele, Alexander Madison, and Nick Bolton, who's like way down the list in linebacker rankings.
Mhm.
And he wants Dontavian Wicks and my best linebacker. So I'm not only giving him the best player, Wicks, which, okay, fine. Wicks, he may or may not be a thing now that what's his name's hurt. But I'm also throwing in my best linebacker, and you're just tossing me 3 bench pieces. Like, what is that?
I mean, I can see he sees the potential in Bolton. Like he's a a pretty high quality linebacker. You know what I mean? I can see he hasn't performed necessarily this year, but last year he was really good. So I mean, I can see the value there. But yeah, I don't understand coming at you I mean, look, he was trying to put something together to get the guy you offered.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I mean, you always yell at us for not even like trying participating or trying to, put something out there. You always say like, what's your offer? Whenever you put some, and by the way, you and Sean think you guys are puppet masters out there. You guys
Don't give him that credit.
in the thread, you're like, oh,
First
you
of
make
all-
these little comments. You make these little comments and hoping that somebody else is gonna play.
Brother, come on over to our side, dude. You've been on his side way too long, dude.
No, I'm just saying
That's
that
bullshit.
that
That's
you
such
do.
bullshit.
You guys
No.
totally do that. Today that was
First of all,
that's why I
First of all, you
commented when I
misinterpreted that whole.
So
You misinterpreted
happy.
the whole thing.
No,
I wasn't
so
trying to
happy.
be master or anything. I was making fun of Sean because for 3 weeks in a row, when Sean had the number 1 waiver priority, each week he said, "Who wants this guy? Who wants this guy? Who wants this guy?"
I know.
I was making fun of him, and I said, "Who wants this guy?" How is that puppet mastering?
No,
Like,
Nate
makes no
was
sense.
being funny. I saw Ben's comment. I was like, is he giving them credit or is he being sarcastic? I wasn't
No,
sure.
it's just they do
wasn't
that.
sure.
They do that shit all the time. They try and make little comments to try and entice people to
Who
then
doesn't?
like.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
get what you're saying, but who doesn't? I
Not
do too.
everybody.
Okay, listen, Ben, about 5 minutes ago, you said, look at my team. There's
Yeah.
nobody that shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
Okay, Gus Edwards should be gone. Josh Palmer should be gone. Colby Parkinson, okay, if you need to keep a backup tight end, maybe.
A
So you
backup.
had 3 guys that could easily be off your team that I wouldn't want in trades.
Edwards has been running the ball. I mean,
Really? How many
he's not
points on the season? Just how many do you think? How many do
I
you
don't
think?
know.
Don't look it up.
10.
Because I guarantee it's less than 5 a game.
Yeah,
5 a
Edwards
game?
shouldn't be on anybody's fantasy team. He
Josh
has
Palmer
one-
has less than 5 a game. Shouldn't be on a
Yeah.
team. Like,
No.
dude, if you think those guys honestly should be there, you're just playing with me, right? You're goofing around.
They're there for a reason. They're there.
That's my
they're
point.
There for
There's
depth.
always guys on our team for a reason that other people don't see. It does,
Yeah.
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 Don't judge everybody else that much.
I'm not judging
We all do
nobody.
it. We all do it.
So I apologize for judging Alex for keeping Vele. Maybe Vele is going to be the next Pele. Who knows?
Well, it's better than Ben, who it's better than the guy Ben's keeping. I mean,
What?
Josh Palmer, come on.
Josh
and
Palmer. He's
He hasn't caught 8 balls the entire season.
He
Finley
was-
caught 8 balls in the first game.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe.
Okay.
Then I will say this though, and I'm giving Alex a little bit of a hard time only because I just got that offer and it's a pretty bad offer. But I am going to send him a counter offer, and you know what he did by sending me this shitty offer is he at least initiated a conversation. He's going to receive a counter offer. He's going to see that my price for Dontavian Wicks is higher than he's willing to pay, and maybe that'll be the end of it. But at least he'll see my price, right? At
There you
least we
go.
had that conversation, and that's why I say to you, send me your best offer. Let's have a dialogue. Let's have a conversation. But you just put a haha on it and then ignore it.
I'd
Well-
actually like to have that conversation because I told you before the season he's one of my favorite guys. I love Wicks, which I know you're going to raise the price because I said that. But I got.
knew that.
You want to do a wide receiver swap, or what do you want?
We don't have to negotiate it on the pod, but
Why not? It'll happen before the pod comes out.
Gonna
Like
happen
you want
today.
what? I mean, you want Brandon Cooks. You said how great he was. I should have started him week 1. Keon
Brandon
Coleman.
Cooks.
Do you want him? Like who do you
Is
want?
Brandon Cooks playing, or is he?
Yeah,
is he
he's
now gonna be
playing.
out for several weeks.
No, he's
Oh,
playing.
you're not up
You
to
want
you're
him?
not up to speed, huh? Yeah, he's out for sure this week and maybe several weeks.
So you want him? So you're saying you like guys in your teams that aren't playing this year? I mean, you want to take the whole injury squad? All right.
We have
I'll
a
leave
lot
you
of injured
alone. I'll leave
players.
you alone. All right, I'll back off.
Although my team is looking healthier than ever right now, I'll tell you. Christian McCaffrey might be my last injury. This, knock on wood. We're getting healthy, boys. We're ready to make a run here.
Oh,
Do you want to
shit.
trade him for Coleman?
No, I don't.
I'm gonna have to drop
5
him.
catches, Coleman, this week.
He said, "Fuck, I'm gonna have to drop him."
Oh man, that's so funny.
All right, so Jeff's team, fucking A, dude. Holy shit, Jeff! You need to lose a game sometime.
Yeah, he's got some good players.
If he's gonna lose a team, this might be the week he does it, right?
Man,
him and
who's
Josh
he play?
are projected. Him and Josh are projected 142 to 142 right now. And you look at their teams. At first, when I was looking at them and I was about to make my pick, right off the bat, I see the first 3 players, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm picking Josh." He's got Jordan Love, Bijan Robinson, Aaron Jones. But then as you scroll down, you're like, "Oh, Jeff's team is good." Nico Collins, Travis Kelce's about to break out now that Rashee Rice is out. Derrick Henry, he's got Derrick Henry in his flex, bro. I mean, Jeff's team.
Imagine if he had Travis Henry there. Jesus Christ.
There's another guy I have a beef with is Jeff, because I've been trying to get Zach Charbonnet off him forever, and he won't even entertain an offer. He just reject, which I get when Kenneth Walker was hurt. But Kenneth Walker is now not only healthy, but he also did exactly what I said he was going to do. He goes out and shows that he's the dominant starter on that team. He scores 3 touchdowns, 31 points.
Does backflips. I mean, dude.
Yeah, does backflips.
That was like jujitsu shit right there. That was badass.
That was crazy.
And now it's clear that Charbonnet is just the backup. Okay, very, very high quality backup. Somebody that can be counted on if Kenneth Walker gets hurt again. But Jeff was a little bit thin on wide receiver. He's got some injuries. He's starting Alan Lazard, for example, in his starting lineup. He's got some other injuries and some other buys, Devontae Smith. So I thought, perfect opportunity. Let me send him some wide receivers to see if I can get my handcuff for my running back. It shouldn't be too expensive, but maybe he'll send me a counter offer and say, "No, instead I want this wide receiver." No counter offer. Just reject to both my offers. I don't get it.
Jeff's no bullshit, man. He knows he has a winner right now. He's sitting on a winner. He's like, "What do I need to tinker? Why do you want me to tinker? I have nothing to tinker with. I'm 4-0."
Because he's got holes at wide receiver. Like I said, he's got
Devontae Smith. He's still winning.
Yeah, I get it.
Ben, what do you think about the league? What's surprising you? Whose teams got you talking?
I don't know. I won again this week, so that's pretty cool. 2-2,
nice.
Making a little run here. Anybody else surprised that Jordan Addison came in 2 touchdowns right away, beast in it?
No, he has that ability for sure. We all know that.
Yeah, I was really happy about that.
Yeah, that was great. I was a little disappointed to see that Naylor basically was a non-factor with Addison back. I was hoping that Naylor would be more involved, but
I know you were.
He's a jag, man. He's a jag. He's always been a jag.
Oh, I wouldn't call him a jag. I think he's definitely got talent, but I mean, there's only so many balls to go around in that offense.
Yep.
No, I mean, Alex's team looked like it was. I don't know. I thought his team was going to be better than it was at the beginning of the year. He's 2-2.
Well, he's got some injuries.
He's got some
major injuries, which is something we said at the draft, right?
Yeah.
Actually, we've been saying about this for a couple of years now, because if you remember last year, Alex got Raheem Mostert super cheap last year, right? And we made the comment that, hey, as long as Raheem Mostert stays healthy, he's going to be awesome for you. But Alex didn't really draft a lot of depth at running back last year. And Mostert stayed healthy all year. Then Alex found himself right back in the championship game. And, that's kind of like playing with fire. You're going to draft these older guys as long as they stay healthy. And he did it again this year. Mostert, Cooper Kupp, Stephon Diggs, who stayed healthy so far, and Devontae Adams. We said it at the draft. As long as your team stays healthy. And as we're seeing, it's not. It's not staying healthy.
Well, didn't we say the same thing about Jeff drafting old players? His team's staying healthy, though. Like, it's just opposite sides of the same coin. And it's interesting.
Yep.
That's when luck comes into it. I think
Ryan,
there's less luck in fantasy than some others do, but injuries with old guys totally just toss the coin, dude. Total flip of the coin.
well, I mean,
Well,
it's all luck.
No, it's
I
not. No, it's
mean,
not.
you could
No, it's
put
not.
the players that you think are going to do the good things in the right places, but you can't control it. So what
You
happens on
can't
Sundays,
control it, but
can't
you can.
control it. You can plan for it. You can make a plan for it. You can do all this other stuff, but you play fucking Aaron Rodgers thinking he's going to be a fucking stud, and 4 plays in, he tears his Achilles. He's out for the season.
right, but
Luck
Ben,
or
Well, let go.
you
I
would
think
agree
Nate's going to
that
agree with me at some point.
okay,
well, okay, let's put it this way. Any type of gambling or any type of game of risk and chance, there's luck involved, of course.
of course.
But there's a reason why Daniel Negreanu is a millionaire and I'm not, right? Because he's
Yep.
much better at poker than me.
He's also
Yes,
controlling it.
no, but he's
Hold
not
on.
controlling.
Yeah.
He still get busted out of tournament all the time. He loses more tournaments than he wins because there's a
far.
lot of luck.
By far.
Because the cards come out and you can't control what cards come out. But he's also fucking amazing at doing math in his head. He's amazing at reading other players. He's got all these skills that make him better at the game. So yes, luck plays a part, but it's not the only part. And it's the same thing with the game we play, right? Yes, it plays a part, but skill has a lot to do with it as well. You have to be able to put the right players or draft the right players based on your assessment of that player, not believing just the rankings that the pros put out. You have to start the right guy based on the matchups.
Well,
You have
and
to,
but it's more than that. It's skills in how you build your team. Do you take handcuffs? Do you take backups? Do you take other people's backups? I mean, yes, there's luck. We all know there's luck, but there's some people who we've seen lose for 20 years, and some people win for 20 years. That's not just luck, right? There was a process that went into that some people are going to be set up to have to take advantage when luck happens, and people are not going to be ready when luck happens because they didn't draft their team correctly. I mean, there has to be some skill in this, or why the fuck are we doing it?
Because you're
that-
degenerate gamblers.
No,
That's
I don't
why.
gamble in anything that's why I hate slot machines. Although Steve kind of got me sold on slot machines this time in Vegas. But dude, that's it, because those to me feel like dumb luck. But when Steve brought up, hey, there's a counter over here, and you look at the counter and you can tell this and go, oh, there is a little strategy here, at least a little knowledge.
so
Dude,
in the
there's
league
got to
that
be
you and
some
I-
knowledge and skill.
Yeah,
in
I
the league
get
that you
it.
and I play in, Matt, the sleeper league, I've scored 724 points, which is the most of anybody in that league. There's only 2 other guys over 700, and everybody else is in the 6s and 5s. So I'm by far the highest scorer, but I've only won 1 game through 4 weeks. Okay, that's luck. I just happen to have a bad schedule. I keep playing the guy that scores more than me. But thankfully in that league, they give an extra win if you beat the league median. So if you beat the league median, you get an extra win. So my record is 4-4 because I always beat the league median, except for last week when Matt fucking edged me out by like a fraction
So
of a
not
point.
always. So immediately telling
The first
lies.
three,
Okay.
the first 3 weeks, I beat the league median, but I kind of like that, getting an extra win for beating the league
You've
median.
been
It
pushing
kinda
this
balances
agenda
out the
for
luck.
years. Drop it.
Highest
You
points,
love the league
extra
medians,
wins.
and I do too. I do too.
You
But
know, anything to
You
get the
loved it
edge.
last year. You said it on the pod last year that
I
you loved
did.
it.
I do. I do.
Uh,
But I was wondering where that story is going. I go, oh, I know where it's going. He's pushing league median again.
This is actually the first time I played in the league that had the league median like this. I mean, we did it in baseball a little bit, but where you actually get an extra win every week for the league median, and it's cool because I'm still in playoff contention, even though I've only won 1 game. The highest scoring team is still in playoff contention because I'm beating the league median. Right?
I was looking at that league today, and I only have 2 wins. Or I have 1 win, but league median, so I'm 2-6. You're 4-4. I'm looking at my team today. I thought over the weekend, I go, if I don't win, I got to trade draft picks. I got to do something. I got to build a team. I don't want to just not be competitive. It's still close enough. And then I look at yours, and I'm like, well, he's only 2 games ahead of me. I probably don't need to do anything big because it's still that close. So it's not spread out that much. I decided not to do a major move yet. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that
I
league
know we're talking
that
about a league
league
that nobody
medium
cares about.
also that league medium also like median.
Median. Yeah.
It also
You know,
helps
like how you
combat
cook your steaks, median rare.
median. Yeah, median
Median.
rare.
Yeah.
It helps combat that luck too. You know what I mean? Because you get that extra win. You know,
That's the whole point.
yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Now you're going back to his side. We
no,
thought
it's
we
just,
had you,
it's,
brother.
it's just another crutch. You know what I mean? It's just like
Yeah,
why
it's
have
just
that?
It's
Why
a way
have
of
that?
balancing it out so that the best teams don't
Uh,
get hurt by the
Luck.
you know.
By the bad luck. Yeah.
You know what else is a big indicator of luck though in fantasy is your schedule with buys, right? Because you can look at the schedule every year and you can go like some years I go into it, I'm like, oh sweet, like this week I have Ryan without his quarterback, his tight end, and his running back. So I'm finally, for the first time all year, projected to beat somebody because I'm playing a team that has 3 major players on a bye. That's luck this week. But there's some years where I look into it and I'm like, I don't play anybody when they have major buys. I happen to miss every single buy all year long. Some years.
Okay, time out. I get what you're getting at, and that's fine. But I don't sit with my whole team on buys or half my team on buys a week. I do trades. So you're getting that luck because Ryan's not making moves. He should be making moves, getting rid of his buy guys, and try to sell you. I mean, come on.
He's not going to trade. He's not going to trade Jalen Hurts and Gibbs for buy.
I'd trade Jalen Hurts if you get any value for him.
Why would he trade his keeper Gibbs?
You wouldn't trade Gibbs though.
Okay, you said 4 guys. I'm not looking at his team. I'm just saying in general, somebody with 4, a third of their team on buy or almost half their team on buy.
3 guys. It was 3 guys.
Might want to look to trade.
Yeah,
I still like his team though this week. If I'm looking,
it wasn't a burn on Ryan. It was just not being active. Is all I was saying. You could do something.
I'm looking at his team, Nate, with his buys, and I still like his team.
Yeah, that's still a good team. And all of his buys seem to be concentrated on 2 weeks. He's got 3 players this week, and then he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players week 12. So theoretically, I mean, there are some people that do this. They try and stack up all their buys in the same week because they feel like then I'm at full strength every other week, right?
Yeah.
Which is it's a strategy. I've seen people use it. I've used it myself. What I'm saying though is when you look at the schedules, which are random, we don't have any way of planning our own schedules. Sometimes you can get lucky by missing everybody's major buys, and sometimes you get unlucky by always, like, every week I play people, and so it's a matter of schedule luck, which is just another factor. Right?
Yeah, Ryan's team's 3-1. I was looking at it earlier. Good team. It's a good team. You got a tough matchup this week. Oh, we got 10 minutes left. Sorry. Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that.
I would like to know how you felt about your team after all the trades. Are you building? Are you going to the championship in Dynasty?
In Dynasty?
Yeah, in Dynasty.
I mean, I won again this week, so that's good. I've been trending up, which is nice. I mean, I don't know, dude. I mean, who's going to be competitive against Nathan's team this year, or
Bobby,
or Bobby's team?
You could be.
I'm also. I plan on being there, but anytime I look at Nathan's team, I'm just like, did anybody else draft in fucking fantasy?
Well, does that mean you're going to make more trades to try and build a better team? Because it seemed. Here's why I'm asking: the trade you did, great. We all know everything worked out well. But if you still don't feel competitive, if you don't feel you can compete with them, A, should you have made the trades, or B, should you make some more trades to try and get a little more competitive? Just asking how you're feeling about it and what
I'd feel a lot better.
Okay, so what you're doing is you're trying to prep him. You're buttering him up for more trades, is what you're saying.
I'm asking him if he's ready. Yes.
Yeah. I see what he's doing.
But for the whole league, I didn't just benefit last time. The whole league benefited. It was a great time for everybody.
Yeah,
all had good times.
No, I mean, I think if Arizona can figure it out and Kyler and Connor can get back to their, producing high level points like they were at the first couple of weeks, now that I have a tight end, and Diggs is been performing well over expectations. What about that running touchdown this week? Can you believe his first running touchdown of his career?
That's funny. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still happy with my team. I think my team is great.
Good.
We talked about these trades last week on the podcast, right?
Yeah, I know. I was just saying.
I'm telling Matt because he's asking about him again. I mean, we dissected them all.
I didn't ask him to dissect them. I said, should he have made them or should he keep making more? I was asking more of a philosophical question, how he felt about it, not break them down.
As of right now, I'm happy with.
But I've been feisty all podcast, so I get it. It's time to give back, dude. Lay it on. I've been feisty. I get it.
I'm happy with my team so far.
Nice. Good.
Good. And I think I have a chance moving forward. And if I get people off injury like Puka Nacua, if he ever comes back, that'd be a nice addition. Down the road.
Nice.
So in the main league, at what point do you start to feel like it's a lost season in the main league? Because right now I feel like everybody's still in it, right? Even if you're 1-3, the wild card teams are 2-2. So you're still in it. Of course, you're only a game out. But at what point do you start to feel like it's a lost season? How many games back do you have to be before you feel that way?
I think Bobby and Joe and you should be a little worried being 1-3 right now.
Even only 1 game out of the wild card?
I mean, if you keep trending the way you're going, I mean, you got to be concerned, right? I mean, you guys have only won 1 out of 4 games. I mean, You have a tough matchup again this week. Not to make this about you, but I mean, well, who's Bobby playing this week? Same thing. I would be a little concerned if I'm 1-3 right now after division games and going into the next group of games and stuff. I'd be a little concerned.
Nate, you can
Yeah.
take the retort. Mine's easy. I'm never out of it until I use math to say I'm out of it. Like I never think I'm out. If I can still make a trade, chip in a chair. So if you have a
Look,
different feeling, go ahead. But unless
Sean, no,
math tells me, I'm always in it.
yeah, and Sean said just the other day, he said he lost his first 2 games of the season last year, and then or 2 or 3 games, and then he turned it around and won the whole thing. So I get it. I was just saying,
Yeah.
if it was me, and I'm 1-3, I would be a little stressed out about it right about now.
I played in a league one time where the guy started 0-6 and he won the championship.
Yeah, I've heard those stories. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
I don't feel out of it. I feel like if my team gets healthy, I definitely have a strong enough unit, especially if CMC comes back healthy. I feel like I can really make a strong push, and I feel really encouraged by the fact that that I'm only 1 game out of not just the wild card, but my division lead. I mean, everybody in my division is 2-2, except for me. I'm 1-3. I really am kicking myself though from last week because I think for the first time this year, I take full responsibility for my loss because I was gonna make one decision. I thought about it. I was really thinking about doing it, and I made it the wrong decision. And had I gone with my gut instinct, I would have won. So those things happen a few times each year, but I'm still kicking myself over it. I really wanted to play Downs, mostly because Joe dropped him, and I don't think Downs should be on waivers. I think Josh
He should
Downs
not
actually,
be. He should
yeah,
not be.
and he dropped him before week 1. I picked him up. I held on to him while he was hurt, and then I was like, okay, he's healthy now. Ooh, I'm playing Joe. Maybe I should teach him a lesson and start Downs. But no, I started Jalen Tolbert instead. And had I played Downs,
Could have pulled it out.
yeah,
Yep.
just gotta learn from these lessons,
Yeah. I was
Next
a
time,
little.
the spiteful move is the one.
There you go. Spiteful is always the way to go. I did a little name change. Nobody's commented on it.
Which league?
The main league.
Oh, the West Coast Snipes. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I even clicked on it earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was Matt when I first saw it, but
No, it was me. I thought it was funny.
I've named one team. Nate's helped name 2. We're on fire this year, guys. Nice.
Yeah.
We can name everybody's team by the end of the year. Let's get them all renamed.
well, everybody keeps naming their teams after Bobby's team. First I had the stacking, and he had the stacking, and now Ben copies his snipes.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking about that.
I wasn't thinking that one either.
I should
But
change
thanks for
that.
taking it away from me and making it about Bobby. All
Damn
right.
it.
We hadn't mentioned him yet, so hi, Bob.
Hey, how
Who
big
else haven't we mentioned this week?
how big
Adam.
Adam, Jamie.
Jamie.
I see.
Ben, can you just make a wooden one for next week? Just nice
I like the
little...
light one. It makes my face
Okay.
light up.
It does.
How about let's talk about football. Let's talk about real shit. Jared Goff going perfect in his game this week. 15 for 15 or
18 for 18.
18 for 18.
And he caught his first touchdown.
Yeah, dude. Amon-Ra throwing a touchdown. I mean, how cool was that? I mean, there's some cool stuff that happened in football this week outside of fantasy. That was cool. I mean, are you guys stoked on how Minnesota's playing?
Stoked for another team, and we're talking real NFL, not fantasy, right?
I mean, just
real NFL. I cheer for one team.
Oh my god, dude! Take off your fan hat for a second and just be like, "Yo, Minnesota looks pretty good. Sam Darnold's been playing well."
You're right. I lie. I cheer for 2 teams every week. I cheer for the Niners and whoever's playing the fucking Cowboys. Those are the 2 teams I cheer for.
Yeah, those are the teams I cheer for too. I will say Minnesota's been fun to watch. Not only their offense, but their defense. They seem like the total package.
Yeah,
they do strike me as being a little bit of fool's gold though. I see them as being one of these teams that's going to be hot during the regular season, and is going to get clobbered by somebody with more experience in the playoffs. That's how I see their season ending. Probably another powerhouse in the NFC, maybe one that's just getting their running back healthy right at the right time. We'll see how it goes.
It looked like you were saying holding your pencil up to say something, but
me?
Yeah, I thought you were holding your pen.
No. I don't know how I feel about them actually. I mean, they opened up Hawkinson's practice window today, so you add him to that team in the next 3 weeks. They're probably going to win this weekend against the Jets, 5-0. He comes back, maybe they're 6-1. You know, I don't know, man. I don't know. They look good. Their defense looks great. They could be a real problem, but
Chicago.
I would
I don't
actually be laying some money on the upset, taking the Jets money line this week.
yeah.
I'll tell you a couple of reasons why. Number one, the game is in London.
Yep.
Right.
Really.
So there's always wonky things that happen with those overseas games.
Mhm.
The travel isn't that much further, but it is further for the Vikings than it is for the Jets to London. You know, it's a pretty quick 5-hour flight from London.
Mhm.
But the other thing is the whole Sam Darnold playing against the Jets. You know, maybe it gets into his something gets to him, right?
How
Where
do you
he's
do
trying to
against the
over-
Niners?
He never really played for the Niners, right? He was a backup. He sat on our bench.
Well, yeah, I get what you're saying.
No, the New York media,
All
media
right. I don't buy that.
tortured him relentlessly. That New York media
Yeah.
can be tough to play, and now all of a sudden he's
All
gonna
right,
have to
2
answer
minutes
these questions
left.
where
Enough
he's-
about them.
We got
All right,
no,
one minute left.
1 minute left. Let's talk about Devontae real quick. Where do you guys think he's going? Where do you guys think he ends up? Is that big?
Jets.
It's huge news, right? That he wants to get traded. I mean,
He should go to the Chiefs if they have any. I don't think it will.
He won't go to the Chiefs because they're
I
in the
know.
division,
I know that's.
and
I
the
get
Chiefs
it.
don't
But
have the money for him. But Cowboys or Jets? It's
what about the Commanders? They need a number one. I mean, they got Terry.
are they ready this year to win?
I mean, look at them right now. They're playing well.
They have like the worst defense out there. I'm just
Okay.
saying, trading for that
they're
kind of
winning.
guy is in your win window.
Got it.
I'll tell you why the Commanders won't trade for him is because Adam Peters is the new GM there, and that's not the way he's trying to build his team. Adam Peters, brand new GM, trying to build his team with youth from the ground up with smart contracts. He's not going to pay $45 million a year for a 32-year-old wide receiver. I don't think he's even on their radar. I would say the Cowboys would be somebody to watch out for, or the Jets.
Can they have the money to afford him? I didn't look at your thing earlier when you posted that.
They do. They're both within
They
the
do.
cap.